Hey everybody, what's going on? And welcome to Guns N' Roses Central, and it's time for another episode of Guns N' Roses True Story. And today we're talking about the final track off Chinese Democracy, and that song is Prostitute, and this song was written by Axl Rose, Robin Fink, and Paul Tobias. Now, Prostitute is a song that dates back to at least 1999, because in 1999 Spin magazine did an article about Axl Rose and Chinese Democracy, and they said Rose is laboring over a song with the working title Prostitute according to Youth. So Youth was a producer who worked on the album, but past successes weigh heavily on him. They sold millions of records in a few years, says the producer. He had such a big crew of people in the studio, and I think that kind of pressure chokes creativity. Now, Prostitute is a song that hasn't been played live a whole lot. In fact, it's only been played live a total of 4 times. The first time they played it live was in 2009 in Osaka, Japan. So if you guys want to see the first live performance, I've linked to it down below. Now, Nicolas Cage, who's been friends with Axl Rose and is a big Guns N' Roses fan, was interviewed, and he said, "I think Axl is one of the greatest writers of the last century. His piano playing is amazing, and the song Prostitute is incredible. Guns N' Roses is outstanding." Now, Nicolas Cage also presented Axl Rose in 2014 with the Revolver's Golden God Award for Lifetime Achievement. Here's the clip from the award show.
His voice, his poetry, his composition, his piano playing, his moves, his guts, his originality. There are infinite reasons to love Axl Rose. When I was prepping for my Rolling Ghost Rider, I took some cues from Axl's Cobra-like on-stage movement. You remember that one? Axl inspires me. Not just his music, but the purity and the passion with which he embodies rock and roll. Trends may come and go, but Axl Rose is always 100% himself. When he first arrived here in LA back in 1982, there were a lot of pretenders on the scene, people who thought denim, leather, and big hair made you a rock star. But Axl brought something undeniably real and dangerous to the music. I saw Axl perform live at the Troubadour just before Appetite for Destruction was released. He did Welcome to the Jungle. I was there. It was the first live performance of that, and I never forgot it. Generations have come and gone since then, but there's still only one Axl Rose. So it is with great respect, awe, and reverence that we give the Golden God Lifetime Achievement Award and welcome a true hero, an inspirational force, the legend, the maverick, rock and roll original, Mr. Axl Rose. Thank you very much. It cost me an awful lot to pay him to say all that stuff, so. Anyway, I want to thank our band, crew, all of our lineup right now. I want to thank our sound man and producer, Karam, and all of you. Thank you very much.
Now, in April of 2009, Guns N' Roses allowed their album Chinese Democracy to be downloaded for the game Rock Band 2, and all of the songs on the album are playable tracks, including Prostitute. Now, several months before Chinese Democracy came out in 2008, a number of the songs off the album actually leaked, and these leaks were finished mastered tracks. So these included Better, The Blues, Madagascar, IRS, and There Was a Time. And then there was 3 previously unheard songs, which was Riyadh and the Bedouins, If the World, and at that time it was an unknown track, but the unknown track was later revealed to be Prostitute. So the blog that actually leaked the tracks was called antiquiet.com, and there was a music blogger, Kevin Kogel, who was actually the one who leaked the tracks. So the website server actually crashed shortly after the leak because of the high user traffic, and it's funny because the tracks were only up for like an hour or 2 before they were removed from the blog. So in August of 2008, the FBI, under the Family Entertainment and Copyright Act, arrested Kogel for pre-releasing copyrighted material, and according to TechDirt, Kogel's arrest unintentionally resulted in a large boost in illegal downloads of the album Chinese Democracy. They also revealed that Universal showed Best Buy search engine traffic results shortly after the leak to capitalize on interest and help them with the distribution deal for the album. So in November of 2008, Kogel agreed to plead guilty to one federal count of copyright infringement, which was later brought down to a misdemeanor. And at that time, former Guns N' Roses guitarist Slash commented on the case, stating, "I hope he rots in jail. It's going to affect sales of the record, and it's not fair." Prosecutors initially aimed for 6 months of jail time for Kogel, but the charges were later brought down to a misdemeanor for copyright infringement. Now, Kogel was sentenced to 2 months of house arrest in the end and was basically required to produce an anti-piracy video, but Kogel claimed that he never did the video due to high production costs. Now, let's talk about where the song ranks on the best to worst Guns N' Roses song list. So Spin.com ranked it as 68, so it's not very high up on their list out of 80 or so Guns N' Roses songs. And Medium.com ranked it as 45th. Now, they said leave it to Axl to saddle one of the sweetest sounding intros with a dismissive title like Prostitute. Like most of Chinese Democracy, it's a mess of different genres, verse and choruses, probably recorded 8 years apart, but somehow it still manages to hold together, mostly through sheer force of Axl's will. It probably doesn't need to be more than 6 minutes long, but then you could say that about pretty much every song on this album. So that does it for this episode of Guns N' Roses True Story. Let me know what your thoughts are on the song Prostitute in the comment section below. Is it one of your favorite songs of Chinese Democracy, or is it one of your least favorite songs off the album? Let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video, and be sure to subscribe if you love Guns N' Roses as much as I do. And you guys can also follow me on social media, and you guys can also support my channel on Patreon, so the links to all that good stuff is down below in the description box. Thanks for watching, and have yourself a good one.